Once, in a small village, there was a man named Arjun, a hard-working but anxious soul. Despite his good life, Arjun lived in constant fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of losing his loved ones. These worries haunted him day and night, creeping into his mind and trapping him in their grip. Every attempt he made to calm his fears felt like battling invisible demons. Tired of his own mind and desperate for peace, Arjun decided to seek out the wise Buddha. After a long journey, he found Buddha meditating under a banyan tree. Bowing deeply, Arjun said, "Master, I have traveled far to find peace, but my mind is plagued with fear. No matter what I do, it finds a way to return and haunt me. Please teach me how to rid myself of this constant terror." Buddha looked at him with calm eyes and asked, "What do you fear most?" Arjun hesitated. "Everything, Master. I fear failure, loss, and even people's opinions. It's like these fears control my every thought and action." Buddha thought for a moment, then replied, "Tonight I want you to journey to the edge of the forest. Sit under the oldest tree, the one near the river, and wait there alone until midnight." Arjun shivered at the thought. The forest was a place of rumors, strange sounds, eerie lights, even tales of spirits and wild animals that haunted the villagers' imaginations. But he trusted Buddha and, reluctantly, agreed to follow his instructions. As night fell, Arjun made his way to the forest's edge. The trees stood tall and dark, casting eerie shadows that seemed to move with each flicker of moonlight. He found the old tree by the river and sat, trembling, listening to every rustling leaf and crackling twig. His heart raced as he watched the shadows shift around him, his imagination fueling terrifying images. He imagined creatures lurking, watching him, waiting to strike. Hours passed, and the quiet of the night pressed on him like a weight. Suddenly, he felt a chill down his spine. He sensed something, no, someone, standing behind him. Too scared to turn, Arjun's heart pounded louder, his fear spiking to unbearable heights. He could feel the presence growing closer, more menacing. Every instinct screamed at him to run. In that terrifying moment, he remembered Buddha's words, "Face your fear." Gathering his courage, Arjun forced himself to turn around. To his surprise, he found nothing there, just empty darkness and the gentle sounds of the forest night. Confused but relieved, he sat down again, calming himself. But no sooner had he relaxed than he heard a voice, a low whisper that seemed to come from within his own mind. "You cannot escape me, Arjun." Shaking with fear, he closed his eyes and said, "Who are you?" The voice replied, "I am your fear. I have always been here, lurking in the shadows of your mind. You feel me every time you doubt yourself, every time you imagine the worst. I have kept you safe, but I have also held you captive." Arjun realized that the voice was a manifestation of his own mind, the dark part that fueled his anxiety and self-doubt. Taking a deep breath, he asked, "What do you want from me?" The voice responded, "I'm here because you have given me power. Each time you avoid facing me, I grow stronger." Remembering Buddha's words, Arjun mustered all his courage and said, "Then I will face you, right here and now. I will no longer let you control my life." As soon as he spoke these words, a heavy weight seemed to lift from his chest. The forest felt lighter, the shadows less menacing. The voice grew faint, and then it was gone, as if dissolved by the strength of his resolve. The next morning, Arjun returned to Buddha, feeling a new sense of freedom. Bowing deeply, he thanked Buddha and said, "Master, I understand now. My fears were only as powerful as the attention I gave them. By facing them, I took away their power." Buddha smiled and said, "True courage isn't the absence of fear, but the willingness to face it. Remember, Arjun, fear is only an illusion, one that disappears the moment you stop running and confront it." Arjun returned to his village with a newfound confidence. No longer chained by his fears, he was free to live fully, guided by peace rather than worry. And from that day forward, he reminded others that freedom from fear lies not in avoiding it, but in facing it, just as he had done.